Hello and welcome to Naperville Local's Business Spotlight Series. My name is Dr. Derek Barron and I will be your host. And the goal of these interviews is introduce you and showcase one of your Naperville area neighborhood businesses. We want to provide them with a platform to tell them more about themselves, who they are, what their business is like, the story behind their business, and what they have to offer to the Naperville community. Now, today we are very fortunate to have two amazing female business owners who are also board certified plastic surgeons. Our guests today are Dr. Tripti Burt and Dr. Neena Will of Burt and Will Plastic Surgery and Dermatology. Now, if you're watching this live with us today or catching it on the replay and you have any questions, please make sure to drop them in the comments below the video. We'll get back to you on them as soon as we can. Either myself or Dr. Burt or Dr. Will will get back to you on that. So we're going to jump in with the interview process here. So Dr. Burt or Dr. Will, whoever would like to go first, if you don't mind, give us a little bit of background on yourself and then some history of your practice.
Sure. I'm Dr. Burt. I started this practice in the Plainfield area, about 19 years ago. I started as a general plastic surgeon servicing our local hospitals with reconstructive plastic surgery and cosmetic plastic surgery. I eventually started developing more of a cosmetic plastic surgery. And then, almost 10 years ago, Dr. Will joined my practice and brought in the specialty of facial plastic surgery. We're sisters, so the teamwork has actually worked out very well, and it's allowed us to become subspecialists within cosmetic plastic surgery individually.
Okay, fantastic. So being sisters, which is a very unique combination. Everybody says never go into business with family members. Yeah, but I'm sure it works out well for you. And not that you have questions of each other, but it's great to bounce ideas off of one another, or when somebody's down, no matter what's happening in the world today, because it's happening, I'm sure you're there to help kind of pick each other up. And about yourself, Dr. Will, why don't you give us a little insight on yourself as well?
Yeah, so I am a board certified facial plastic surgeon. So most of my procedures are reconstructive and cosmetic surgery of the head and neck.
Okay.
And it's been a great addition to Dr. Burt's practice, because it kind of brings specialty so that she's kind of able to become an expert of the breast and body rejuvenation, and allowing me to do the facial and neck rejuvenation part of the practice.
Okay. And I've watched some of your TikTok videos and some of your Instagram videos where, you know, what you're doing and what you're offering looks fantastic. Of course, as a man, I have to be very careful how I say about that, where it looks fantastic for the services that you offer, but I would say it looks fantastic and beautiful. So I know that you have more than one practice. Is that correct?
Yes.
Where are their locations at?
Yeah, we started in the Plainfield, Naperville area, and then we now have a satellite office in Morris and service Morris Hospital in that community. And then we opened up our newest office a couple of years ago in the Burr Ridge, Hinsdale area. At that location, we have a new 7,000 square foot office. It houses our procedure rooms, our clinic rooms, as well as our medical spa. So it's great because it's kind of closer to home and it's brand new.
Okay. So no matter which place you go into, it's still fun, but it's always nice to go into something that smells and looks a little new.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So what would you say makes Burt and Will Plastic Surgery and Dermatology unique versus other plastic surgeons or dermatology offices in the Naperville area?
Well, plastic surgery, we all know, is probably, the patient population is probably 80% women, right? I mean, we absolutely see more men every year, but the bulk of our population tends to be female. And I think being female, having two female plastic surgeons sort of able to give their point of view and their perspective, I think brings a lot of comfort to patients. They feel like you understand them a little bit better. And, they've kind of expressed that to us. And so I think that is one of the unique aspects of our practice. And I think the sisterhood is a unique aspect of our practice. I think we have the same philosophy in terms of how we approach plastic surgery. And very unique to our practice is that we do combination surgeries together. So patients are able to get facial rejuvenation procedures at the same time as breast or body. And that really allows patients a unique opportunity to get multiple procedures safely with one downtime. And many of our patients have taken advantage of that option.
This week,
yeah.
We did a facelift, and I did a body contouring procedure all at the same time on the same patient. And it's great that we see them in post-op clinic together, and we get to care for the patient from in surgery to after surgery. And we joke because people always ask us, "Would you fight about anything?" And we say we fight about the music in the operating room. So she's kind of a hip hop girl. I'm kind of like, a light pop kind of girl. So it works out.
Okay. So could you explain to the viewership, and of course this is going to educate myself, the difference between, because you hear some people are plastic surgeons and some people are cosmetic surgeons. What would the difference be?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our training includes a full surgical residency first. So I did mine in general surgery and received my board certification. Dr. Will did hers in ear, nose, and throat surgery and received her full board certification from Loyola. And then we went on and did cosmetic fellowships in plastic surgery. So we did additional, 1 to 3 years afterwards, and then received our boards in that specialty as plastic surgeons. Cosmetic surgeons is kind of a catch-all. So some dermatologists can be considered cosmetic surgeons. There are some primary care doctors who are cosmetic surgeons. And basically what that means is they did anything from a weekend course to maybe a 1-year shadowing, but there's not really a board certification for cosmetic surgery.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for educating myself and the others that are watching this. Now, I also know that part of your business name is having dermatology in it. Can you explain what happens in your office and how you offer those dermatology services?
Yeah, so as Dr. Burt mentioned, our practice has existed for almost 20 years now, and we found ourselves kind of outsourcing the dermatology for many years and decided to finally bring on a dermatologist to the practice so that we didn't have to refer those patients on. So we now have a board certified dermatologist as part of our practice, Dr. Yazan Alghalith. He's excellent. He has wonderful bedside manner. He really focuses on medical dermatology as well as cosmetic dermatology, but acne, psoriasis, vitiligo, are conditions that he treats very regularly, very comfortably, and skin cancer as well.
Okay. And do you all go to each of your 3 locations?
Yes, we all do. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I know if you can, again, just for us, the people that are watching, I know that Dr. Burt, you do one type of specialty in plastic surgery, and Dr. Will, you have another. Kind of, if you don't mind, explain what your specialties are individually.
Sure. The way we divide our practice and our interests is really kind of, I do everything from the neck down. So I am the breast and body cosmetic surgeon of the practice. My specialty includes breast augmentation, breast lifts and reductions, tummy tucks, liposuction. The newest and latest procedure is the BBL, also known as a Brazilian butt lift, thanks to our A-listers, Kim Kardashian and J-Lo. So these procedures are very popular, and the combination of the procedures is something called a mommy makeover. So that's when we do a breast surgery with an abdominal contouring surgery, specializing in kind of the postpartum mom who wants to rejuvenate her figure. And that's done as a single operation, as an outpatient surgery, and that's one of my specialties.
Okay, thank you. And Dr. Will, yourself?
Yeah, so I do facial plastic surgery. So I've, kind of a second board certification just in that. And so my patients are coming in for upper lower eyelid lifts, rhinoplasty, which is, a nose job, and facelifts, neck lifts, brow lifts are sort of the more common procedures that I perform. And I have to probably thank Zoom for that because I think it's hard to look at yourself, as I understand right now, because we're constantly, we're our own critics. So I think kind of this remote world has been a little bit, people are a little tough on themselves and kind of come in looking for, ways to make them feel a little bit better and look a little better.
Okay. And the reason I don't give any profiles is because I don't want you to say, Derek, you need a nose job, because I have a big nose. I guess we'll say, if and when the men are watching this, what are some of the procedures that men come into your practice for?
I'd say the 2 most common procedures that I see are eyelid lifts. And so I have quite a few men who come in to get some of the skin taken off of the upper lid or puffiness on the lower lid, and probably, nose surgery. So these are patients that are coming in either with history of a previous break from high school sports. They're having breathing difficulties, or, they just want to kind of straighten their nose, make it fit their facial profile a bit better.
Okay. All right. Thank you, and Dr. Burt, how about yourself?
Yeah, I see men also. I think the most common group that I see are usually body contouring. So men who want, have just a little bit of a love handle, a little bit of a beer gut, and sometimes some chest fullness that makes them self-conscious at the pool or in a t-shirt. So those are usually my group of gentlemen who come in, and I think I think slowly society is understanding that men have a position in the plastic surgery office too, and it can be kind of a simple, quick procedure that's doesn't allow too much downtime or doesn't need too much downtime.
Okay. And as you go through those things, I'm like feeling, okay, here, maybe I have a little and that. I go through all of them myself. So we'll see what
We're
happens.
all doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I know that not only just having the plastic surgery and dermatology in your office, you also have a med spa. Can you share some information about that?
Yeah. Well, we know that every year non-surgical options, are always very popular for patients because, people want less and less downtime. So most people have probably heard of Botox. Botox is, the most popular cosmetic procedure in the world. And it just softens up lines and wrinkles and just kind of is a quick way to offer rejuvenation. So our med spa is Limelight Med Spa in Plainfield. It's a freestanding medical spa clinic that we've had for 10 years now. So we opened in 2011, and it offers everything from laser rejuvenation, laser hair removal, skin tightening, fat reduction, and all of our Botox and injectable filler products as well.
Okay. And I know that you have something coming up next week, Friday, I believe on October 21st. If you had said that you've been in practice for about 10 years there, so you're celebrating an anniversary. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned, kind of Limelight is celebrating its 10-year anniversary. We're very excited about it. It's been a really fruitful med spa. Patients are able to kind of come in easily and, get quick non-surgical, no downtime services. So on October 21st, we'll be celebrating our 10-year event. This is where patients can come in, celebrate with us, anytime between 10 and 4. And get to know us a little bit better, learn some of the services we offer. Our entire menu is going to be discounted as well. So it's a great way for them to come in and try one of our services and kind of, take advantage of the opportunity to learn a little bit more about what we do.
Okay. And again, you're asking for people to reserve a spot just because of course, the current health concerns that are out there in order for them to come in and learn more about it potentially. And you will not be providing services that day, but they'll have the opportunity to sign up for a discounted service fee.
Correct. It's a great way for ladies to come and hang out and, with the girlfriend or with their husbands. It's fun because we have champagne and good food, and it allows ladies and gentlemen to learn about our services. There's demonstrations that day. We have all of our experts in each respective categories of Botox, fillers, and lasers there to discuss the services. And then, yes, it gives patients an opportunity to buy services and stock up for Christmas, buy gifts for their friends, or to treat themselves to, a laser treatment or Botox.
Okay.
And then they can come back later in the week or month for the actual services.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it's an exciting event, and it sounds like the food and the drinks that you have here would add to my love handle. So I'd have to be careful. So Dr. Burt and Dr. Will, I truly want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, actually the morning as we're doing this. And I want to thank you both because what you have to offer both for the male population, of course, the female population that uses it more is extremely important. We know that what's happening currently around us in the world, there are people having issues. And unfortunately, too many people have body issues themselves. And I think you do a great service to help them with that, both mentally and of course, physically. So I want to appreciate Dr. Burt and Dr. Will's time of Burt and Will Plastic Surgery and Dermatology for letting us know more about themselves and their business and how they help us, the Naperville area residents. So for those of you watching, I do have one favor to ask of you, and that's if you found this interview interesting and informative, please make sure you like it. Share it with friends or family members, especially within the Naperville area or any of the places. I believe it's in Naperville, Plainfield, and in Morris, and in the Hinsdale and Burridge area. So if you know anybody there, we would love it if you would share this with them because we want them to have more people at their facility to help them continue to grow their business. So again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. I want to thank you for your time. and your support of Naperville Local. And we'll be back with another amazing Naperville area business spotlight very soon. Have a great day.